I got my peoples. We got Am from Am's Logic. Give it up. Give it up.
What
Got
up?
my
What
boy
up?
Lamont in the building as well. Uh,
What's going on? What's going on?
we gotta get Lamont a nickname. It can't be nothing from
No, we good.
can't be
He
nothing
said,
from when we
"We
grew up.
good."
None of the names from when we grew up, Lamont. None of those names.
Oh, what do you say?
I got a couple. I got a couple nicknames. We'll come up. We'll talk about it later. But
yeah, off air.
Off
right.
here.
All right. So we're gonna jump right into the Bucks. 2-1 so far. Of course. So what I want to do is I kind of want to. It's only been 3 games, so it can be a lot easier to break down. So let's talk about the 3 games and see what the good and bad. So they played Philly. It was a close one in Philly. Of course, no James Harden. Uh, 118, 117. Dame had the big game, 39, 8, and 4. Giannis had 23, 12, and 3. Um, Giannis and Dame shot half the shots as they should. I mean, as they should. They
That
just
just sound
fucking
crazy to say 2 people shot half the shots. Just sound crazy.
they
But go
did.
ahead.
I looked it up. They
Right.
did. He took half the shots. I mean, I thought supporting cast did good. I don't think you were too crazy about it, Lamont. The rest of the squad. Why not?
I'll get to it. Go ahead and finish because I got something to say.
What you think? What do you think, Am? Game 1.
I thought it was the best possible scenario for Dame to come in from his old team, and that's your first game, and you drop 39. I can't think of a better case scenario. And you hit the dagger to win the game for the most part. That's the best possible start that you could have on a new team. And it was like the third most points scored by somebody on a debut team ever.
Yeah, most by a Bucks for sure.
Yeah, most by a buck for sure. Yeah. And then Holiday was underneath that with like 20 something.
Mm.
Shout out to Drew Holiday.
So go ahead, speak it, Lamont.
No, because I don't have any comment just on game 1. Mine is on the 3-game
All right.
thing.
All right, but still, what do you think about game 1?
It was good.
Man, too many words.
That's good.
All right. So then they go to Atlanta, or excuse me, Atlanta comes to Milwaukee. Giannis does his normal. He had 26, 11, and 3. Dame had the most lopsided turnaround performance ever, if I'm not mistaken.
I agree. That's one of his worst games ever.
I think he literally, for real, had the worst. To go from 39 to 6, I think for real he had the worst. But he had 6, 4, and 5. Now, this is the game where I saw, like I said, the first game, Giannis and Dame shot half the buckets. This game, everybody shot 10 to 12 times, it looked like, looking at the stats. Everyone shot around 9, 10 times.
Yeah, pretty close to each other, right?
Right. And they get blew out. I don't know if the two have anything to do with one another, but I don't know. I feel like somebody, after the first game, I feel like somebody said something about, ball movement, others getting shots, that type of stuff. Because it seemed like Dame was kind of passive, to be totally honest.
He was passive, in my opinion.
Yeah, he was trying to get other people involved. And to me, it looked like it backfired.
And I think that's what they did even in game 3. Giannis took a lot of shots, but Dame only took 14. I think Dame is just trying to figure out when he need to explode and when he don't. You know what I'm saying? Like where he need to, because like if you look at Dame, what I call elite players and elite scorers or like superstar type player are players that can go on individual runs, not a team, just them. Like Dame can rattle off 12 points by himself. You know what I'm saying? At any time, he could run off about 12 straight by himself. You know what I'm
And
saying? And I feel like he's trying to figure out when he should be doing that.
right, because I think Giannis does the same thing. Because when we
Mm-hmm.
were when he sat down and they started taking over the lead in
Mm-hmm.
at during the Heat game, I'm kind of
Right.
jumping ahead. He gave some quick buckets. As soon as Giannis came back, he was giving buckets.
Yeah,
Quick
true.
court, you know, because he's going to try to immediately score. And I think, yeah, you're right. Dame has that same ability where he can do that.
That's what make them dangerous over the long run once they figure out how to harness all of that. You know what I'm saying? That's when they're gonna figure it out. But I don't want to be a prisoner of the moment, but Beasley is low key disappointing me a little bit.
You're not the only one.
Beasley disappointed me a little bit. Connaughton had a solid performance yesterday, but for the most part, he's been a disappointment and a
But was it
defensive
solid?
liability.
What did he shoot? I still feel like he didn't shoot very well.
He shot
Kind
solid for he shot solid. I don't remember what it was, but it wasn't terrible.
That was Mikey's starter,
who?
Beasley.
Oh, Beasley.
That was me too, though. I thought he earned the spot, but he don't
Hmm.
play defense, and and if he ain't hitting threes just like Connaughton, then you're useless because you can't guard. So if you're not hitting no threes, what are you doing? Ridiculous.
He's horrible.
Bring in Beauchamp and Jack Jackson Jr. at shooting guard. I'm tired of this already.
I think I said that.
I
They need
almost low key would say Jackson Jr. because he's a facilitator as well.
either one of them. I mean, they both were at least 6'7",
Mm-hmm.
athletic, younger, slashers, play defense.
Yeah, that's true. No, that's a
I mean,
valid point.
Beasley's giving you 5 points, dude, as a starting two guard. That's ridiculous. Seriously, that's
that
ridiculous. And not holding defense.
yeah.
he
That's why I
deserved it.
was
He was
saying in
hooping
the
in the
beginning.
preseason.
Yeah, but that's why I said in the beginning, he's more of a spark off the bench, launch up some threes, because that's all he's doing now. He's standing
Right.
out there waiting to shoot a three. We need some
Fair.
more guys that could create their own shot, which Beauchamp can do.
Right.
Somebody that's going to flash, grab boards, and
And
play
defend.
defense.
Yeah. And I felt
Exactly.
like if Beauchamp was playing, I'm not saying he would have shut Tyler Hero down, but he would have slowed him up.
Because
I,
right now we just have a bunch of people standing around the perimeter watching and waiting for a 3-point shot,
including Lopez. Including Lopez.
including Lopez. Well, because he has to stretch the defense out so
Right.
Giannis and Lillard can operate.
No, I was just
Yeah,
about to
true.
say that's his
Yeah,
job.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
So if you have Beauchamp in a game who's athletic,
Mm-hmm.
that's put back dunks, you don't really have to run plays through him. He's gonna get it.
Right,
So
and then on those kind of like those hustle plays, like diving on the floor, grab Beauchamp do all of that, fight for you know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Like that's what Connaughton used to do when we first got him, but he just don't got that gear no more.
Yeah. So yeah, I would make that move now. But go ahead, Mike, into game 3.
Yeah, but game 3, I mean, they look cohesive, a lot more cohesive than they did in the first game. They were back to shooting, almost half the shots, and we saw the end results. I think, and I don't even know if that's the case to where people are complaining about shots. It just seemed odd that first game they both were ball heavy. Second game was kind of light for at least for Dame. I don't think Giannis really cares. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I think Giannis gonna get his money and they know it. So I think it is kind of more of Dame trying to fit in, to try to figure out when he can have his moments.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. But I think as
And
the
I think,
season goes on, like down the go ahead, my bad.
no, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say as the season wears on, they'll start to like. I think Dame, when it gets to down the stretch, that's when they're gonna really be feeding Dame. Like them last 5 minutes of a game where he gonna hit his free throws, he can hit big shot. I think those are those pockets. Or if the team needs or if we having a little bit of a scoring slump, they're like, okay, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's where Dame gonna come in. But they do need to run an offense to get him more looks. They need to rerun a double screens like they do for Steph to get him open for threes. But that's a whole nother story.
And they can't ride the backs of those two. The other players got to be involved, man. And what I was going to say, as far as the 3 games that I've seen, I'm very disappointed in all 3 of them.
I can understand that for different
I think
reasons.
all 3 games they've played horribly. Outside of Dame's 39 points, they gave up a 20-point lead in the first game. They get smoked by 20 in the second game, and then they give up a 20-point lead in the third game.
That's valid.
You're not going to win like that.
Yeah, only thing
The
I'll say
bench
is
is
that I know some.
thin.
Yeah, no, you're right. Everything you saying, right?
Yeah, the bench is thin. I think Beasley needs to go to the bench. I mean, damn, man, you can't have 2 of your starters scoring in double figures and nobody else is giving you anything.
Bobby P had 16 though. Bobby P had 16.
Bobby hooped. He hooped the game
But
too.
he came off the bench.
Yeah, true.
I'm saying starting.
Oh yeah, he. That's fair. That's fair. Bobby
Yeah,
P gonna get his no matter
Campaign
what.
gave you 11 off the bench in 13 minutes.
Mm-hmm. What are we doing with Campaign?
I'm campaigning to get rid of Campaign. Not a campaign.
But he's giving you better production off the bench than Beasley's giving you starting.
I don't think that
the numbers would say that though. The numbers do reflect that.
And he's shooting 62%.
No. And the numbers probably do say that, but I don't think me or anybody on this planet thinks of Beasley as a permanent starter. I can tell you that. I don't think that's. I wouldn't think that that's his role. I think he's definitely eventually going to come off the bench when they figure it all out. I don't think that. I mean, really, I don't think that Beasley's. I never saw him as a permanent starter. If we're being,
I think that's a fair point. I think when they feel Marjan is ready, they'll put him in the starting lineup.
No,
I think
I was wrong. My feelings were wrong. I didn't want him to come off of the come off the bench because I thought he could get more production, but I think they need him in that lineup.
Yeah, he's necessary. Yeah. Like the team needs him. That for real. Yeah, I agree with that. He brings different dimensions than Beasley, and to be honest, Marjan Beauchamp 3-point shot ain't terrible.
No,
it's not.
It's not terrible, bro. I don't mind him taking threes.
He's just not.
And I'm gonna tell you,
you just got to get him ready. What was you gonna say?
And I'm gonna tell you something. And he has the support of your 2 stars. Damian Lillard shouted him out first.
Yeah,
when
that's
he first
true.
came to the.
That's a fact.
And he just spent a couple months over the summer in Greece. So they see something in him. You got to start him. And then back to Campaign, he's a solid option off the bench when Dame needs a breather. He's giving you good numbers and shooting 62%.
Not consistently.
But he's giving you better numbers than your starting 2 guard.
Which ain't saying much.
But that's still where he's an adequate.
Exactly.
He's adequate for what he's doing. For what we need him for, he can take up 10, 15 minutes a game, be, you know what I'm saying, and spot duty and do a little. He's a hacker, though. I
can't wait to archive this moment in time.
Please.
That's the beauty about this. When if we were to normally have these debates at a bar or at somebody's house, nobody's.
There's no data. There's no proof.
There's no physical
data.
files now. Physical files.
Because who would have remembered that Mike wanted Beasley as a starter?
Wait, you make it seem like I campaigned, like I had a fit.
But you know what else though? Like I'm not trying to disrespect this dude when I say this because it sounds crazy. I think we need to trade Pat Connaughton, not just for a player, but just for picks. And why I say that, to open up that spot in the rotation to allow some of the younger guys to get some more run. Because if you trade Pat, then Marjan gonna get more run, and then Andre Jackson Jr. will get more run.
But
I
question,
just feel like both of those players bring more value than Connaughton.
I feel like you kind of said like picks. Like, I don't know. Do you think, how valuable do you think Connington is to where, how much would you think you would get for him?
Second round pick. 2028 second round pick or some shit.
Oh, you just want to give him away.
Yeah, we just don't need him in a rotation.
You wouldn't at least try to get him for equal value?
We don't need another player. We need minutes for other players.
And speaking of which, should the Bucks try to go after Danny Green?
Nah, we don't need that.
You're just getting old.
Yeah, we're still getting older. That's what I'm saying. We're trying to get rid of that. That's the hope. You feel what I'm saying about Connaughton, or you think that's wild?
No, I would keep him because he's solid off the bench. You know what I'm saying? He'll give you some solid defense. He's a spotty 3-point shooter, but when he's on, and he's familiar with the team. So I would keep him on the bench. They just need to find a way, because if you bring in Beauchamp off and start him, then you are freeing up more of the rotation. You gotta bring something else to that starting lineup. Starting lineup look real flat. You know, like I said, you gave up 220. You know, although there were wins, you gave up 20-point leads.
That's agreed. But do you think the loss of Middleton hurts? It seemed like when we had Middleton in the game, they did play better with Middleton. But it's only 16 minutes. It's a very small. He played less minutes than Connaughton.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that you kind of you kind of have to blame coaching when you blow 20-point leads. Part of it keeping your team motivated.
It's not that. What he did is that lineup he put in the fourth quarter yesterday when they had that lead was absolutely reckless. Let me tell you why. You got campaign, AJ Green, and Connaughton in at the same time.
But wouldn't that be coaching?
That is coaching. That's what I'm saying. I know he's experimenting, but that was crazy what he did.
Yeah,
he had two wild lineups. I'm like, what is this man doing? You on your Budenholzer foolishness?
And I don't see Hero getting 35 points on Jackson or Beauchamp. I think they would make him work.
Thank you. He wouldn't be able to get to them spots that easy. He was walking down Connaughton, bro. He was walking him down. They were hunting him on defense, on offense. They were hunting him, bro, in the pick and roll. You're not gonna hunt Beauchamp in the pick and roll like that.
I mean, he ain't the best defender in the world, so.
So what you think about Crowder? Y'all think he's still all right?
I've liked what he's been doing so far.
Me too.
He knows his role and he sticks to it.
He's redeemed himself from last year. Last year he looked like a feeble old man, but yeah, he redeemed himself for off season.
Feeble.
Well, I don't think they played him at all last year either, though.
Yeah, but he was off a whole year, remember? Before we got him. So he wasn't even hooping. So I think this off season, and he probably fresh now, all little X gone, you straight. And he been solid to me. And obviously with his size, defense, he be straight. He been straight.
So
I think he was stuck kind of
named. Look how many players we done named on the Bucks. That's why I'm saying, Dan, you need to trade somebody just to open up minutes. There's not enough minutes to go around.
But we're gonna need that come the playoffs.
And I think though, still being that it's only 3 games, they gotta have some. They're gonna find some gems because Green. I like him coming off the bench. He may get more minutes as his talents increase. I think it's a good. We got a solid squad. We got a solid 12. Right. But we may need to exchange some pieces. I don't think we need to get rid of anybody. I mean, if we get as far as we need to get rid of and replace. I don't think we just need to
like an athletic big, like you would trade Robin Lopez and somebody for athletic big.
Well, I'll trade Robin Lopez for a pack of Skittles, a honey bun, and some barbecue sunflower seeds.
Yeah. And I would say even if we don't make any trades, which I don't think we will, I mean, we don't really have anything to trade unless you're going to trade your young talent.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Yeah, that's true.
No. So I just think they need to mix up the starting lineup and the bench so that when the starters, when your big names are on the bench, you still bringing in some type of firepower,
That's true.
to maintain those leads.
Yeah, but this is something that's not going to happen right away. I think they're going to need 20 games or so to figure this out. I think
15 and 5 after 20, I'm happy.
Yep, I'm cool with that. Yep, I'm cool with that.
With Thanos, except going to the G League.
Nah, Thanasis can be used, bro, in certain moments. We not gonna. Thanasis has shown me he's at least an NBA player.
I agree.
He's at least shown me that. I know we gotta talk about Harden though. That's what I'm waiting to hear.
I've been waiting. I've been waiting to
I want to talk about Harden.
So,
what y'all feel
hold
about
on. I gotta get my paper to read all of this.
Okay.
So the Clippers get Harden and Tucker, right? So Philly gets Nick Batum, Marcus Morris, Rob Covington, KJ Martin, and draft picks.
The draft picks is what bothered me about this whole
for an
trade.
unstable player that prefers strippers over playing basketball. That's crazy to me. It seemed fitting that the Clippers would do this, though. Just as an organization. This is something. Yeah. But no, I feel like you can be, as an owner, you can look at that squad and be like, this ain't a championship team. Because it's not. So what are you going all out for? To make the playoffs?
On paper, they look pretty formidable on paper. On paper. You got Kawhi, you got Paul George, you got Westbrook, you got Harden. On paper, that look very formidable. On paper.
Well, kind of, but on paper, it should have games played on there. On that sheet of paper.
That's why they got to rack up as many superstars as they can, because they know one of them going to get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's why you stockpile the superstars.
So we know it's going to be somewhat of a confliction to me with all three of them on the court at the same time, personally. And I kind of mean that specifically with Paul George and Harden. Harden holds on to the ball a lot. I mean, which is why, to me, why he averages like 10 assists, because he holds on to the ball and he passes it to somebody at the last minute.
Right.
They damn near have to shoot. But I don't know how him and Paul George are gonna make it work, in my opinion. I don't see it working too good with both of them. I don't know. What do y'all think?
I think the Clippers had to make the trade. They really didn't, besides those picks or whatever. Here's what I think. If I was the owner, I think it was smart. You've given Paul George or Kawhi Leonard enough time. We either got to win it now or I got to blow this whole thing up. I'll still get them picks backs from Paul George, trading him away, trading Kawhi away. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to get my money back from him. He's not going to sign him to an extension. So now you have picks that could come back from basically three superstars.
How much time Harden got on his contract?
Huh?
How much time Harden got on his contract?
This is his last year.
This is last year.
Okay.
But you can do a sign and trade.
Correct.
And Westbrook, you can do the same thing with him.
Are they planning to do a sign and trade?
We don't.
I don't know, but I'm saying if this doesn't work, the owner has a lot of options to build back quick.
Yeah, it ain't really a lot out there.
I mean, do you sign any of them if this doesn't succeed? I'm not going into
Right.
another year with that.
I guess you ain't losing. I mean, you're not losing
Exactly.
except for 5 players and a draft pick.
Right. And 5 players that were journeymen and old anyway. They not about to do
Exactly.
nothing. Most of them will probably get waived.
So think about what you could get in return if this doesn't work.
You still got Harden to trade. You still got.
You got
probably keep
Kawhi to
Westbrook.
trade, huh?
They'll probably keep Westbrook at the
Philly
end.
kind of was more the winner of anything, if anything, because they got him off the books for sure.
Yeah. For now.
Yeah.
What you mean for now?
Well, they're the winners for now.
Oh,
but in the long run, I think in the long run, if Clippers do what I'm thinking that they will do, they'll definitely be the winners because they'll be getting, you know how many draft picks they'll be stocked up with?
Yeah. Well, and you got to keep in mind too that Philly still might be the winners when it's all said and done because I think that Embiid may be on the trading blocks too. They may be on a total rebuild in Philly.
Yeah, it could be Maxi's team.
Yep. I like
then
Max.
You still got Tobias Harris.
Yeah, and Tobias Harris can score when they need him to. He just plays whatever role. He don't complain about whatever role he got. He just does it.
He better not with that 100 and some million they gave him. He better be quiet.
So, kind of speaking on I want to pivot back to Harden. You know, when you look at his career and you look at the talent that he's played with, is he a cancer?
Not as much as an underachiever.
When you look at the talent he had Dwight Howard, Harden, of course, Parsons, Jeremy Lin. They won 54 games.
Chris Paul.
He had Melo, Harden, and Paul. He had KD, and
Westbrook.
Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah, I think that's a little unfair to read off those.
But even in Philly though, he had Maxey Harris, Embiid. Like he's played with talent his entire career and done nothing. Second round. Has he been to the finals?
Yeah, well,
OKC.
But not as the bus driver.
Right.
But you got to think he was in the West. They had Golden State out there. They weren't beating Golden State.
But you've played with major talent. And he was number 1 in the West when he was hooping with Chris Paul. They was the number 1 seed out the West.
I could see.
But I think naming off those names. Now, I'm not a Harden fan at all. I don't think that he cares about winning as much as he do the checks. Right. But I don't think it's fair to name off those names because if you think about it, when they were number 1 seed in the West, they could have beat Golden State, but Chris Paul got hurt. He's never had a healthy team going into those playoffs. Even with KD and them. Kyrie Irving didn't want to play. KD was hurt. You know, so
he didn't.
Who didn't? Kyrie?
Nah, Harden really didn't. He didn't want to play in Brooklyn either, though.
He was hooping in Brooklyn.
Yeah, but
he was the only. But I'm saying he was the only one that was available and that was playing.
Remember, he was playing with the hamstring. He was hooping in the plus with the hamstring. Yeah. I'll give him that. Yeah.
So again, with what you said, I'm going to ask it again. Then, why is he not a cancer? If everywhere he goes, something circumstantial happens, there's some circumstance that enables him from getting further. Why is he not a cancer?
Because that'd be like saying T-Mac a cancer for not getting out the first round.
I'm saying, why is he not a cancer either?
Because there's always injury. Yao Ming hurt.
No,
Mike Miller hurt. It's always his second.
No. Wait. Let me just say.
Hurt.
Let me just say, I wish I was quick on my sound effects because I wanted to hit something. But let me just say this. I think it was not Kevin McHale. It was what's the old boy from Detroit? Bill Laimbeer. Bill Laimbeer. The year that Karl Malone got traded to the Lakers, opening season, I remember this so vividly.
I remember that
Bill
too, actually.
Laimbeer said, he said the Lakers won't win the championship. He was like, some people just aren't meant to get rings. and sure enough, and all I'm saying is Harden spread his love to a lot of talent, and a lot of circumstances have happened. I mean, I, I don't know what you want to call it. If everywhere he goes, something happens. You said what?
I said, but he's shown up.
But something just always happened that stopped him from getting.
You said the same thing about Juwan Howard.
Yes. Yeah, and T-Mac, same thing. Yeah. Yes. But James Harden did win 2 games single-handedly last year in the playoffs. I'll give him that. Yeah. When he had the 42 of 2 games, they lost the series, but he had 42 and won them 2 games. If anybody underachieved last year, might have been Embiid in the playoffs. Embiid might have underachieved in the playoffs.
That's because the Harden cancer spread over to him.
But when have you ever
now look at New York. Now look at New York after he done spread his cancerous love. Now the whole team is moving around and bouncing. Look what happened in Brooklyn when he spread his love. All that team ain't even the same team no more. That team is hollow.
Ben Simmons
Houston.
was good.
Look at Houston when he was in Houston. All that love.
Yeah, Ben Simmons does look improved. He does look improved.
Who?
Ben Simmons.
Yeah, not because of him.
He hooping again.
Hey, right. He had to get the cancer removed, rebuild, get his strength back, and get things right. You know what I'm saying?
Harden has never said anything about a championship. You've never heard him say his goal is to win the championship.
Yeah, so makes it even worse. So
he really don't care.
Is Luka? Is he pushing for MVP this year so far?
Yep.
It seemed like he's going for it. When I look up his numbers, he's been trying to drop 40. He's trying.
You know what? Let's talk about Luka real quick. I be hearing people saying, "Oh, there's so many athletic players now. There's no way these 80s and 90s players would be able to hang." Oh my God! Oh my God! Did you see this dude do this through the legs dunk in a high school game? You telling me Michael Jordan couldn't do this and that? I'm gonna tell y'all this. Luka Doncic can barely jump over a piece of paper, and he dropping 40 on these athletic dudes. Jokic can't jump over a piece of paper, dropping 40 and MVPs. So what are we saying about this generation of hoopers? What is it?
It's not that. It's just that these cats in the 90s and 80s probably could have hooped, or they could have hooped in this era. If Luka, you're not going to tell me if Luka is dropping 40, you're not going to tell me Larry Bird couldn't drop 40.
Thank you.
That's crazy to say that.
Larry won't let you
say
that.
Well, I think I sent the text to Mikey, and I'll say it live, and we can have this on the archives. Luka is James Harden. He's going to put up a lot of numbers and not win nothing.
I don't want it to be like that. Come on, man. Let's pick somebody else.
Nope. He's putting on a show.
Man, I get what you're playing because he plays ISO ball. He holds the ball the whole. And again, I feel like when you do that, you're controlling the whole game. So yeah, you're gonna lead in assists. If I'm dribbling 18 of the 24 seconds and I give you the ball with 6 seconds left, yeah, I need to hurry up and shoot.
Right.
You know.
And he's not gonna win nothing.
You don't think him and Kyrie gonna do a little work at least?
Nope.
Damn. I know what you're saying about Harden, but I just don't want to accept it. I feel like Luka
Look at their games, man. It's identical. Besides Luka going on the post, they dribble, they waste the shot clock, like Mike said. They should put up shots. They're
Oh,
giving you
right.
big numbers, but they're not resulting in wins. They'll be a middle of the pack playoff team, and that's it.
I think Luka probably is keen to drive to the basket a little more than Harden.
I
Do
think he
you think
shows up
so?
in the
Because
playoffs
Harden
more
was,
than Harden. Can we at least give Luka shows up in the playoffs? He at least puts up numbers in the playoffs where Harden never really he was spotty.
Uh
Luka be dropping people off in the playoffs.
yeah, he do.
think of Harden in Houston. He was getting to the line. I mean, that was his bread and butter, getting to the line.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're the same player, man. They're brothers.
I just don't want to do. I like Luka. I just don't want him to be like that. Oh, damn.
So I was, I try to come up with little questions and whatnot to keep you dudes engaged. And as I was writing this question down, it's something I talked to Amwood about. But as I was writing it down and looking at the stats. So I'm only going to base this on their on last year's performance, okay? Not their career. And I want Lamont to answer first. Who's a better player? Or yeah, who's a better player? Uh, Brunson or Trey?
Mm, mm.
For who?
Trey Young.
And you're basing this off of when?
Last year's performance. Because I just say that because he was second fiddle in Dallas for so long. So now that this is his first year where he has his own team, or last year. So
Yeah,
and
I
let me
would.
put it in perspective too. Let me tell you before you answer. Last year Brunson put up 24 3 and 5, but Trey put up 26 3 and 10.
Okay.
So yes, okay. Now who do you think?
What playoff berth did the Hawks have last year?
Did they make the playoffs?
No,
I'm saying,
no. That's my point. So Brunson, I would say Brunson because Trey's numbers.
No, they
I mean,
did
they were
make the
slight.
playoffs because they lost to the Celtics. The Hawks made. You remember, and that's the series where Trey Young won the one game without damn near
Oh
half court shot.
yeah.
And that's why I would pick Trey. I think Trey got real clutch in him. He got some real. He can hit some big shots. But I think they a horse apiece for the most part. But I would edge Trey. But go ahead, Lamar. My bad.
I would say because his numbers are slightly better. He's not making the team better. Brunson has definitely made New York a better
Yeah,
team.
that's true.
Good point.
And he can score on different levels of the court. And I don't think, I mean, you living and dying with Trey at that. Yeah, he has the floater, but he's a 3-point shooter.
Yeah, he kind of small too. He never even
Right.
Steph
Yeah,
Curry.
he's not going to defend.
Yeah, maybe you. Yeah.
And think about last year in the playoffs. Brunson hit some clutch shots.
Yeah, true.
But I still think both of them, and especially Brunson. I feel like New York in itself. I say all the time, New York has a bunch of Robins with no Batman. I don't think. I think Brunson is an incredible number two. Two option, second option scorer.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think that he can, like Julius Randle. I don't think he can handle being a second option scorer.
Oh nah. Yeah, I think he's more of an Alfred.
Right, he's
And
definitely.
you think, so y'all think that Trey is a Batman?
He's a Robin as well.
No. I've been saying that Trey Atlanta is just like New York. They got a bunch of Robins and Alfreds there. They don't got
Mm-hmm.
No,
true Batman.
They got two good Robins. I like DeJounte Murray and I like Trey Young as Robins. They would be great on a team as like say we had just say we traded just say we had DeJounte Murray instead of Chris Middleton. He would be that perfect type of fit in that type of position as being the third option.
So let me ask this then: um, if you had a solid team, who would you prefer as your point guard, Trey or Brunson?
I would
I would
say
say Brunson, but if I was in a situation where I had like a Giannis and Lopez, I would be okay with Trey. You know, I could take him being a smaller guard in situations where collapsed defense can help him out. But because he'd be too clutch. That would be crazy, him getting that kind of ISO coverage. Or open looks.
yeah.
He's
I would think Trey has the higher ceiling and more like electrifying, but Brunson would be more reliable and consistent.
nah, he's
And
way
he would play within your offense.
Yeah, he'll be more. Yeah, he'd be the smart choice for high basketball IQ. If you're looking to
Yeah.
put people in the seats and wild shots, then you would get Trey Young. If you're trying to win, then you get
right.
Brunson. High basketball. You don't see Brunson do a lot of dumb stuff on the court. He thinking as he's playing. Like, I will give him that. But if
Nah,
you
And
want to
I think
see
that's where I was coming from with my higher basketball IQ. I was going with
right,
the Brunson.
yeah, okay, yeah, I feel you.
it was something that I thought of a couple weeks ago.
No, but that's a good debate though because it's a debatable topic. It's definitely debatable. But like I would never debate. Like let me say this, and even though it's early in his career, like Shea Gilgeous Alexander, that dude cold. Like I would take him over Brunson,
Oh yeah,
even
So I
though
would
he
take
ain't
nah,
him
did
over a
nothing
lot
yet.
of guards. Yeah.
he's showing to be a first option scorer for sure. For
So is he a
sure.
bus driver? Is he a bus driver?
Yes.
Is he a
And
Robin?
he gives you assists.
That's
No,
true. So is he a
I
Robin or a Bat? Is he
I
a
think
Robin
I,
that can elevate to a Batman?
I think he's
Or is
become
he?
Batman.
He's what?
I think he's become a Batman in OKC. He's averaging like
Is it?
8 something like that.
Well, I
Yeah.
got to see him in the playoffs though. He got to do it in the playoffs a little bit before I say Batman stat. I'll say Robin with room to grow into Batman.
I would say that he is a championship level Robin. If you have a Batman and you put him with them, you good.
I got it.
Oh, okay, I got you. But can he carry a team to the playoffs? I guess Lamar would be my question.
Well, yeah, to the playoffs.
Yeah. Then that's to me that's enough to where you can be called Batman. If you can carry somebody, if you can carry your team to the playoffs, you're averaging like
I
over
guess that's where I'm
25.
kind of going.
I feel like yeah, you're the dude on that team. Like
Right, but
somebody
then
else.
there's a
Well,
difference to see somebody being a championship caliber player. Like you put a Giannis on the team, the mentality is different. Like, oh, we can win a championship possibly. We got Giannis.
Yeah, but how old is
Oh,
how old is
20
he?
something.
Yeah, young
20
20.
something.
probably about
Yeah.
26
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, maybe at most. Yeah, he a young
Yeah,
dude.
I mean he's growing into that position. I mean I think it's only up for him.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that's when Giannis started taking off when he was around his age. Because he had a good year last year, maybe the year before that. And that's when Giannis started scoring 20. Then it was 22, 25. Then he was out of there.
No, I like SGA. I
Right.
just think that he's a championship level Robin. You know what I mean?
So would you
If
say
you
like a
pair
Murray?
him up
Is he like a Jamal Murray then, Lamont? Was that a good fair comparison? Because I feel he's a
Nah,
yeah,
championship level rock.
a little better. Well,
he put up
that's hard.
he putting up better
Hold on,
numbers.
hold on. Wait a minute. That's hard to say because he's asked to run that team. Murray isn't.
Right. But that's kind of my point. Like he's running that squad and he don't have the support that a lot of other teams have to where you can start knocking him for not making the playoffs is all I'm saying.
No, he's going to get them to the playoffs. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said he's championship level Rodman.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
But he's probably
Robin.
7-8
Robin, yeah.
seed playoff though. You know, like I don't see them winning 50 games this year.
I don't know, man. Chet
Yeah.
Holmgren and Josh Giddey, them dudes nice, Mike.
Well,
They nice.
now I wanted to talk though too about so there's probably with rookie of the year so far this year.
Mm-hmm.
There's 3 names that stick out above all the other rookies.
Okay.
We got, Victor
Uh-huh.
Wembanyama. Did I say that
Uh-huh.
right?
I think so. Good enough.
All right. Well, I've been practicing. Uh, he's dropping 15, 7 and almost 2 blocks, but 44% shooting so far.
Okay. He shoots a lot of jumpers though.
A lot of jumpers. Now you got Chet Holmgren, also 15. He's doing 15, 6 and 2, but he's shooting 60% from the field.
Better
And,
team though, much better team.
right? And then you got Brandon Miller from Charlotte that's dropping 17, 6 and 2, shooting 47%.
Brandon Miller's he's gonna be one of them, bro. Brandon Miller got game. Melo got his running mate finally. You're gonna
Yeah.
see a better version of LaMelo now. LaMelo can be better with dude. He ain't never had nobody dynamic like that before. Now the Hornets got building blocks now. Them 2 players, they can move forward now.
So if the season pushes on the way it does, who would out of these 3, who would you think would end up as rookie of the year? Or maybe you think it's somebody else.
Nah.
I think they're going to automatically give it to Wemby. There's no way
Yeah,
you're
I
giving it
agree.
to anybody else.
But if the people's choice might be Brandon Miller. Let me say that too.
Yeah,
If the numbers are relatively close, they're gonna give it to Wemby, and people be like, you know what? I still think Brandon Miller should have got it, but I understand.
I think, like I said, I think Wemby is just going to give it. I don't think that anybody is even in the conversation based on how the NBA hyped him up. But I would say Chet because I think his numbers are going to be good and his team is going to be winning. Hornets
That's a
aren't.
good point. Mm-hmm.
you think? Wait. You think who's going to be winning? The Spurs?
Okay, see.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they got a little
Oh yeah,
squad
no,
over there.
no, and I think honestly, I think he may sneak around and win that.
He
Or
could.
I'm kind of leaning leaning away from Victor.
Wemby. Okay.
I don't think that with this 44% again, like we talked about last week, I think his game is a little bit more delicate, and I think it's going to take time to get better. I think he's going to end up being the better player probably out of all of them once his game developed. But I think that and it really Holmgren probably is in a better situation where he could thrive.
Correct.
May mess around and steal it. He probably have a nice, relaxed game. He don't got to worry about a lot. So I don't know. I just don't think that it's a
I think
sure.
those are all 3 solid players that I think will be possible all-stars in the future moving forward. I think
No,
all 3 of them dudes will be all-stars at some point in their career moving
But
forward.
but if the numbers are close, they're going to give it to Wemby.
Give it to Wemby,
And
yeah.
you have to think about this too. Look at the amount of he has a whole country over there to go vote for.
and I said that. I remember I said that's why he may make the playoffs.
Right.
Yeah.
But I still think that I still think that he can get outperformed
He could.
playoffs. Like because I don't think that his name is big enough to where um I don't hear from NBA players. I've been
Mm-hmm.
hearing buzz about how good this dude is going to be,
Mm-hmm.
but I haven't heard a global buzz about him the way I've
Not
heard.
yet. It's only 3 games in. Once he starts
Right?
making
No,
his
no, no.
mark,
But
I
what I'm
think he
saying is,
will.
I mean, initially, how
Right.
like when Shaq came to the league, people was like, "Oh, it's going to be a problem."
Right.
People talk when Yao
Well,
came, they
because we
talked about him.
saw him.
Say it again.
I said because we saw Shaq.
Mm-hmm.
This dude was
Even
playing
with Yao
overseas.
Ming,
We didn't really know about him.
but Yao Ming was a big hype when he came.
But that's once he came. And I think that the NBA has definitely put him uh, in a class that is far beyond what I think he's going to live up to. I don't think he's going to live up to it. And if their numbers are close, they're going to give it to him. They have to.
No,
I
yeah.
will say, but one thing we gotta say in Wemby's defense, the Spurs team is trash. I'm a I'm a supporter of the coach and all that from that team, but they don't got nobody on there. He don't
What's the
got no
record?
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. He don't got no Giddy.
I think they're 1-2 so far, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
they don't got nobody though. He don't got nobody to take no slack. I don't even. Do you
I
even know
was
any of the players on the team?
no,
I
not
think Vassar is the
they,
only
Yeah,
decent
that's it. Yeah, Vassal. Yeah, that he
Vassar.
came out of nowhere.
but so I was kind of surprised. I honestly thought Austin Rivers was going to go to San Antonio until I went to San Antonio. Then I was like, "There's no way a man's going to go from California to San Antonio."
Austin Reeves.
Who did I say?
Austin
Rivers.
Rivers.
Oh, my fault. Yes,
Austin Rivers
sorry.
ain't helping
Austin
nobody.
Rivers would be happy to be in San
Yeah,
Antonio
he'd be happy
right
to be.
now.
Right, he'll be happy to be in the
Yeah,
league.
yeah,
Period.
yeah. No, Austin Reeves. Yeah, I thought that because they were coming after him before he signed with LA, and I thought that he ended up be there because he'd have a bigger responsibility, a bigger role there. So I thought that he'd take advantage, but I mean, he seems to be doing fine where he is, I guess. So
And he's everybody said the Lakers got him for a good deal. No, that's the deal he should have gotten. Maybe a little
Fact.
less.
I think that was the most. That was almost the most they could offer him anyway. You know,
Yeah.
you can only offer him
In his
so much
year,
based
yeah.
on your productivity. You can only offer a player, so you can't just if you averaging 8 points a game, you can't just offer him a max deal of $200 million. The
But he
league
don't
won't
even
give you.
deserve that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying they don't work like that anyway.
Yeah.
But everybody was saying he's earned, a long-term $100 million deal. No.
No, not shit. No, you
You
playing
know why that is,
even
bro.
even you playing behind AD and LeBron James. That's luxury. You got to if you can do that on your own,
Mhm.
then that's one thing. But nah, you got a cush life right now.
Right.
So
And his numbers ain't been that spectacular this year either.
No.
yeah, it's early. So I'm about to play this clip for y'all. Right, takes about a minute,
All right.
and it's gonna bring up the next topic. So give me a second here. All right.
Oh, Am, I thought he was taking us on vacation.
ESPN is doing everything they can to make it seem like people care about the WNBA when the reality is after 25 years, nobody cares about the WNBA. So earlier this week, a clip of me from back in February started to go viral. Somebody, give him credit, runs a basketball site, found me saying what is indisputably true in my always humble opinion. A good boys high school state champion team would smoke, in my opinion, the WNBA champion. And I said, look, one of the reasons is because the women would get smoked by a good high school boys team. So that gets clipped, starts to go viral, and evidently one of the Las Vegas Aces, I don't know who she is, I don't know what her background is, but her name is Chelsea Gray. She shared this clip from the Hoop Herald, and she called me a dumbass. I'll put $1 million on the line. Your WNBA champion team, that's the Las Vegas Aces, against a 2024 high school boys state champion team of my choice. You guys win. You get $1 million of my money. That is $1 million that I will put out there. I will give it directly to all the members of the Las Vegas Aces. You potentially would make more money from this one game against the boys' high school team than you do for virtually the entire season playing in the WNBA. You claim that you're wildly underpaid. $1 million on the table of my money. But if you lose, you give me $1 million. I then will not keep that money because I'm fortunate to have $100 million already. Instead, I will give that money to the high school boys team that beat you, that I believe would beat you, as incentive to the boys team to go out and...
My name is Ari Deutsch. I'm the president of Oxonic.
Oh, sorry. So, question is... Oop, dang it. Question is, could a high school team, boys team,
Yep.
be a WNBA?
Yep.
What if it was a WNBA All-Star team?
It could be the NBA World Team, and it won't matter. Them cats is throwing lobs and all types of stuff on them girls. We're talking about the best high school, like say the best high school kids in the country.
Right, yeah. He said he
Well,
could
that's not what he said.
He said
He said team. Yeah, the number one high school team. Yeah, let's even say that.
Yeah.
He said a boys state championship team.
Oh,
he didn't say the national. Yeah. So no, I don't think that a boys state championship team is going to go and beat a WNBA team, a championship team.
I don't know. I don't know.
Pretty much saying they ain't beating the Aces. Shout out to Lamont for standing on his people out there.
Yeah, I'm standing on business.
Represent.
He represent. He ain't wrong. Shout out to Lamont. He ain't wrong.
Oh, wait. You don't think that if you got and he said he can pick whichever team that he would want to pick, it would be his pick. So you think if you got a squad where you got a 6'8", I won't even get too big. Pause. A 6'8" center in high school as your biggest player. You think that? See, this was going to be the problem of mine. When you have centers, even with women, when you got height on height, whether the boy is in high school, she's going to be too slow, and the guards won't be strong enough. And that's going to probably be the harsh reality of how things.
Just the athleticism difference. The athleticism difference, I think, would be a little crazy.
Speed would be different.
Here's what I'm going to say about the whole thing that he said. First of all, I hate with a passion when they always like, why do you got to downplay the women's league by bringing it? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just it's a stupid conversation. First of all, for him to even bring that up, like, what do you have?
He said he brought it up because old girl called him a dumbass, so then he took it personal.
Well, because he brought it up before.
Well, yeah,
he initially brought it up. She found the clip,
right?
And yeah. So here's my thing about it. Automatically, it goes to the physical aspect of it. The boys are going to be too physical, but I think the girls will outplay them because of their basketball IQ at that level.
No,
I can understand why you would say that.
I just don't see it. Not from
out
defense.
Let's just put it like this: out of that state boys championship team, I bet you none of them are going to the NBA.
No, and I don't think that you have to be on the level of the NBA to go up against a WNBA.
So what I'm saying, your athleticism is only going to take you so far. Do they have the basketball IQ to compete against girls that not only are in the WNBA, but that have played in college too? So they know how to play ball.
Okay, I've seen clips of a D2 college player played against a chick in the WNBA and smoked her.
We're talking one-on-one.
Right, but it's not. Again, the problem is going to be physicality. You're not gonna take me post. Even if I'm in high school, if I'm 6'8", you're not gonna be posting up against me like that. I'm beating that up. You can't even effectively slap boards. You're not gonna be and the guards would have the biggest chance of being successful. The bigs are gonna get destroyed. It ain't even to me. It's not even a question. It ain't even gonna be close. It's just like in soccer. Have you ever seen they had them professional? They had some high school dudes playing professional women in soccer. The high school boys are smoking them. It's just.
I guess that's my main problem with it is why do they always have to downplay professional women's sports by putting them against dudes? They're not playing against guys. They're playing against women.
No, that's a good point.
No, I agree with you there. I definitely agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought one of the most sexist men that I've ever met in my life would be such a founder and front runner for the women's rights movement?
Yeah, because Am is horrible with this. That's Am's logic. Shout out to Am's logic.
We gotta get that around
I like the WNBA. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? But they shouldn't be comparing them to dudes. You know what I'm saying?
No,
but the dudes are always doing that. The women never do that.
You throw straight up. You're 100% right on that. I do agree with you.
Like the WNBA women never come out and say we should get paid more because we'll beat a high school team. Like they don't do that.
I mean, they do campaign to want to get paid more,
and they should.
Based on.
But you know they say stuff like just like they'll be like, oh, when Alabama was super cold at football, they could beat the worst team in the NFL. You remember that was a debate too?
But that's men on men.
Yeah.
Or no. Remember they said Rousey could beat Mayweather.
But she didn't say that.
I think she did.
She might be able to.
That tennis lady beat somebody in tennis that was good. Billie Jean something.
But that's not a physical sport.
Okay.
You know, you're not putting his physical power against her physical power other than a serve.
Sorry, yeah, true.
No, I get what you. Wow, I learned a lot today.
I stand with you, Aces.
I know you do, brother.
So, hey.
And wait a minute, I got one question. Who is this dude?
Who? The sexist dude?
Yeah, with the 100. He said he had $100 million.
$100 million, exactly.
Oh, I thought you were talking about who was I referring to as being sexist.
No.
I don't know who that dude was. I don't know who he was.
He was talking extra spicy. He's like, I don't even need the $1 million. He's like, I don't even need the $1 million.
I want to know who he is.
Donated to the school. Who's this dude? Right. I want answers now, Lamont. Yeah, he was talking heavy. He was talking extra heavy.
Speaking of $100 million, I am giving y'all can't see it, but I'm giving a middle finger to Brett Favre and salute though to Shannon Sharp because the judge dismissed the lawsuit he had against him for he had that defamation, whatever.
Defamation,
defamation suit, yeah. So he dropped it today, and so salute to him. Brett Favre is literally one of the most horrible people that I've ever seen. Him and Karl Malone is in my Hall of Fame.
Just about to say Karl Malone. You got to throw Karl Malone
in my Hall of Fame douchebags. Both of them. But I kind of got Brett Favre over him because you stole money from the poorest state in the country to get your daughter a volleyball facility that you could have paid for on your own. You got a Wrangler contract. You know what I'm saying? Flip that bill.
Oh, shout out to Wrangler.
Man, I can't believe it.
Well, this is also a man that wore Crocs and took a picture of his genitalia and sent it to someone. So he been wild. He been wild.
Wild boy. He is a wild boy. He is a wild boy.
Damn, shout out to Favre, interception king.
So before we get into these football picks, question: is Jimmy Garoppolo is he that trash?
Yeah.
No, but like I watched that game, like Devontae Adams is wide open. Like I could have made that pass.
But you know the thing with him, you know the problem is, right? You know that's why he got a thing where he can only see the middle of the field. They say all his passes are within. Yeah, it's like he don't have the peripheral like that. That's when if you watch him in San Francisco, he's effective in the middle of the field. He don't really go down the side. Anybody will do it every once in a while, but he can't consistent like that. He don't got the IQ. He's a backup quarterback.
I'm going to say that was probably the most shocking out of football news, that the Raiders weren't sellers in everything.
Yeah.
I mean, send Devontae somewhere where he can win.
Yeah.
You know, Crosby, Jacobs, just get rid of your good players. End of the season, get rid of Garoppolo because he's trash, and Josh McDaniels.
But you know what?
Why did he keep getting second chances, man?
Adams wanted out so bad, though. It's like this is what you wished for.
Who, Adams?
Yeah, he wanted
but
out.
I think they kind of snaked him. They snaked him though, because he came to play with Carr.
Yeah, and we said that didn't work.
Huh?
They got rid of Derek Carr.
Exactly.
No, yeah, I'm saying I don't think that combination would have worked either. He put up.
Well, I think if they would have had an off season together and build up, I think they would have did better than what this is doing. What this is doing.
Carr if you look at his numbers, Carr have all the passing yards in the world, just can't get in the end zone. You just can't get the ball in the end zone. It's crazy.
Really, is that bad?
Nah, check out his numbers.
I never really looked at his numbers.
Nah, he has solid numbers, but he just can't get that joint in the end zone.
And that's exactly why he keep getting traded.
What do you think? How you think the Bucks gonna do against Toronto?
They should win.
Is Siakam playing?
I'm not sure.
I'd like to see him go up against Giannis.
Yeah, he's like a poor man's Giannis.
I like the two poor mans. Yes, I agree.
We gotta put some distance between those two. But Raptors always give us a little trouble though. So, and it's in Toronto. So
yeah, it's our first road game.
Yeah, first road game. So we'll see. But we got Middleton back for 16 minutes again. We should be straight.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna lose.
You said you think they're gonna lose?
Yeah.
I want to knock your hat off.
They could.
That starting lineup, man. We can't. But that starting lineup is not working.
But does Toronto have a squad to where, or do you just think that
you got? I mean, and I'm not saying these names like they're, top of the line. But you got Dennis Schroeder, you got Scotty Barnes, you got OG, you got Pat Kyle, you got what's the center's name that they picked up?
Who? I know they got that Chris Bozier dude.
Yeah, they got him, but what's the center that they grabbed?
Let me see.
The white dude.
Not
from
Poto.
San Antonio.
Poto.
Yeah, him. Yeah. So they got a solid team.
Yeah,
and I think that's the problem that the Bucks are going to run across is when you have a team that can spread the points around. Like, dude, did you see the box score from Atlanta game? They had like 13 people in double figures.
No,
that's the problem.
It didn't look good, but I also think that when we talk about that game specifically, I think Dame fell back. Matter of fact, I know he fell back.
He wasn't aggressive. I say that.
Nah, he definitely tried to get either he tried to get others involved, or somebody was talking about ball movement and getting other people involved in scoring. I feel like it had to be one of the two.
And if it was him trying, I agree with you, Mike. I think that he was trying to see, okay, what do I got? I know what I got with Giannis. Let me see what I got other than that.
Mm-hmm.
And they showed him.
It's one game, man. Come on.
He
Damn.
said they
It's
showed
been
him.
three
It's hilarious.
He said it
That was
disappointingly. Like, I
hilarious.
felt like he was talking to me, too. I'm like, damn. He's like, and they showed It's like, damn, he did show him. Gonna put his head down and walk to his room.
Right.
So, last week NFL picks. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
You get a drum roll. Wrong. Am came in with 9 wins. Yep. Lamont, you had 11, but I had 12.
Oh,
That's good.
Back.
Every dog has his day.
He's back. He is back in the building.
that's a good week. There.
Maybe.
That was a good week.
I had a solid week. We
Well,
all
it
did,
was
except for
what,
Am.
15 games? 15 games?
Yep.
Yeah, so it was impossible for you to go 8-8. You had to do something different.
I almost played the clip where you was like, it ain't gonna be you.
Called him Mike Tomlin.
Hey, and you know what's the messed up thing is I've been told that I look like dude before.
Oh, man. My fault. I'm sorry.
Mike
I
Tomlin
won't
is
say
hilarious.
Thank you. So week 9. I thought it was an 8 a.m. game this week. I guess I'm wrong. All right. So this week, Thursday game, we got Titans and the Steelers in Pittsburgh.
Steelers.
I'm going Steelers.
Who they playing?
Tennessee.
Titan.
Yeah, I go Steelers.
I've lost hope in Tennessee. Rams and Packers in Green Bay.
Rams.
Yeah, I got to go Rams too. I hate to pick against Green Bay, but good Lord, they look bad.
Yes, Rams.
Okay, it is an 8 a.m. game. Dolphins and Chiefs.
Where's the game?
I mean, I don't know. London.
Miami.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Miami.
I can't.
Is Taylor Swift going to be there?
I'm sure she's going to be in London.
Did you hear what Denver played after the game?
I'm going Miami too.
Yeah.
Seahawks and Ravens. That's gonna be a good game.
It is.
I'm gonna go Seahawks.
I'm gonna go Ravens. I'm
going Seahawks.
Ravens.
Damn. Yeah, I'm
gonna go Ravens.
I'm gonna stick to my Seahawks. Although I think
where they playing?
In Baltimore.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Ravens.
I may switch it up in the last minute. Cardinals and Browns. I'm definitely going Browns.
Browns.
Cardinals traded their quarterback too today.
What?
Cardinals traded Dobbs to Minnesota because Kirk Cousins tore his Achilles.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'm gonna go Browns simply because of the defense.
Buccaneers at
Texans.
I'll go Buccaneers and keep it. What is that?
I think the Buccaneers will be the favorite. I don't know. I'm getting some feedback or something.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
If you got a video playing or anything in YouTube, that's what it sounds.
All right, hold on. I think
And the Bucks are coming off of a bye, aren't they?
that I'm not sure.
Maybe.
I think so.
No, didn't they lose last week? Where is that
Let me
coming
see.
from?
Yeah, they lost to Buffalo 24-18.
I'm gonna go Bucks.
Yeah, that might be. They're healthy too.
I don't know where this is coming from. What? Okay, so we got. This is killing me on this last minute. I'm trying to be quick because this feed is going weird. So we got Bears and Saints.
Bears.
Who's the Saints quarterback?
Carr.
Saints. I'll go Saints.
I'm going Saints. Who you?
Yeah,
You
I'm gonna
pick
go
them up.
Saints.
I pick the Bears.
Oh, okay. I don't know what that is. Vikings and Falcons. Wow.
The who?
Vikings and Falcons.
Falcons. I don't hear what y'all talking
about. Yeah, I'm definitely going Falcons. Commanders and Patriots. I'm gonna go with Patriots. It's in New England.
I'll be different and go Commanders.
I'm gonna go Patriots.
I'll go Commanders. I'm gonna go Commanders. I don't think the Commanders are that bad. I could see a game 27-17.
Big play rushers.
Yeah. They must got somebody else can take his spot though. And it's not like Mac Jones is no world beater. Yeah, Mac Jones ain't no world. You said they got rid of both of them?
Yeah, they got rid of Sweat and Chase.
I'm still gonna go Commanders. I'll be a little different. Push the envelope.
All right, we got Colts and Panthers.
That's actually a better game than it looked on paper, but yeah, I'm going Colts.
I'm going Colts for sure. Giants Raiders.
Jesus Christ.
Where's the game?
It's in Vegas.
Is Saquon Barkley healthy?
Yeah, didn't he have a good game last? I thought he had a good game.
Not really. He had 36 carries for 128 yards. He shouldn't be carrying the ball that much. But damn, these is two teams that's on top of the bottom. Like, damn.
Yeah. Should I just take an L for this one and not pick nobody?
Is that not just take That's crazy.
I'm going right.
Oh, that's the ultimate disrespect to two teams. Y'all both so trash. I don't even want to be involved. I don't want to be involved. It's crazy.
And I got to pick the Raiders. There's absolutely no way I'm ever going to pick the Giants to win anything.
Yeah, no, I got to go Raiders too.
Yeah, Raiders. Damn, they just paid Daniel Jones all that money. Shout out. That's crazy. Oh, they wasted it. They thought he was the dude.
That's that Manning effect.
Yeah.
We got Cowboys and Eagles.
Eagles.
I'm definitely going Eagles. Definitely going Eagles. All right, let's wrap him up. We got Bills and Bengals. That's going to be a good game. In Cincinnati.
Bengals.
I'm going Bills for the upset. Chargers, Jets.
Chargers.
I'm going Jets. They on fire.
They actually have been playing pretty good, but I'm gonna go Chargers.
Good pickup. All right. Any final words before next week?
I kind of hope the Packers win, even though I picked them to lose. I hope the Packers win, man.
Oh, for sure.
I want them to get off my boy Jordan Love.
Can I say something about people bashing Flavor Flav for the national anthem? Like they forgot about Carl Lewis, Roseanne, Christina Aguilera. At least he knew the words. I think he did a good job. Who did they think he was going to turn into? Bobby Womack?
I was really more upset that at the end, when it was the home of the brave, that he didn't say home of the flames. Like, I was legitimately, for real thought that he was going to do that at the end. Seriously.
No, then they would have had something to talk about. You know?
I wanted him so
I think
bad.
he did good.
And you muted out for some reason, too. You back? Nope, you muted out. It's cool. We wrapping up anyway. And
he didn't have anything positive to say about Flav anyways.
Right, hater. We out. Tune in next week. Like, subscribe if you have not already. We out.
I love y'all.
Later.